How are you guys? Hello, hello. Welcome to Luminess. We are here. And as you know, we love to go live and do demos and show you how to create beautiful looks with some great quality makeup. So hello and welcome. So glad. So my name is Dorothy Strohall. I am a celebrity makeup artist, have been in the industry for over 20 years, and I'm also a beauty expert with Luminess. So I get to come on. Hey, so good to see you guys. I get to come on here and say hello and have fun, do demos, all of that fun thing. And so it makes me very, very happy to get to be. So hello, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you have any questions whatsoever, I am happy to answer them. I am rearranging my little screen here so I can see you and answer questions and put products up there and have all that good stuff. So if you have questions while we are here, go ahead and ask. Today's demo, look, y'all, today's demo is going to be simple. Today's demo is going to be natural because if you look at these eyes, I'm a little too old to be staying out as late as I did last night. We didn't get in till almost, I guess, 1 a.m. And so what happens whenever you've got to show up for work, whenever you got to show up someplace and be put together and are tired and have these kind of bags under the eyes and all of that? Well, we're going to do that today. We are going to do a very easy, very polished, quick makeover with tips and tricks. And then, of course, I let you come behind the scenes as a beauty expert. When we get a color match in, you'll get to hear what we do with the color matches, all of that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to have fun with color matches. We are going to have fun with makeovers. I'm going to show you some demos and I'm going to answer your questions live. So thank you for coming. Thank you for all of the hearts and all of the likes and all of the loves. Go ahead and click follow, click like, all of that good stuff. We love to have you here. So the first thing I'm going to do with this makeover and all of the good stuff is I am going to prep the skin. Now, I did wash my face this morning. Like, that's the first thing I have to do, you guys, to even wake up. I don't know if y'all do that, but I have to wash my face to even wake up. Then I'm going to treat these lovely under eye dark circles and puffiness because I'm tired. And I know that you guys sometimes have weekends or days that make you tired. And so we're going to do that. And I'm actually going to do that with some of our serums because, again, I've already put on my my foundation, not my foundation. Y'all, my brain's not working today. I've already put on my moisturizer. Oh, thank you so much for loving those products. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So, let me go ahead and just make sure I've got it going here. I am going to use to prep. I'm going to use the Bulgarian Rose Serum. I love the Bulgarian Rose Serum because it has products in it that help hydrate, that helps take the redness out, that also helps with these lovely under eyes. So I'm actually going to focus in those areas with the Bulgarian Rose Serum. Oh, Tammy, I'm so glad you love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to use our Skincare Breeze head. And I am really going to, if you will see, I'm pointing it at an angle because you can feel it go down. I'm pointing it at an angle to really put that serum where I want it under the eyes so it can do its magic. You'll be able to kind of see how it takes the puffiness down in that area and what it really does to help produce things. Oh, I love that you love our products so much. Thank you, Diaz. Thank you. And so I'm prepping the skin for a very basic, very simple, polished skin look. Because we all need that some days. Some days, like Friday, we wanted to wear electric blue and purple eyeshadow. And then some days we just really want to keep it simple and polished. So this is going to be one of those quick tutorials that is bam, 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 easy breezy. We're going to make it happen. But that means I need you to ask your questions. That means I need you to go ahead and tell me what you love, what you're looking for, what questions you might have. So because I'm going to make it very, very easy and very simple, this is going to be quick. So stick around. You don't want to miss it. Okay, I've put some of the Bulgarian rose underneath my eye, and I have simply just, I'm going to pat that in a little bit because I really did saturate that, and I want it to just do what it does. So one of the things that I adore about Luminess's products, I really love the concealer. I'm going to tell you the concealer, I think it is Conceal Air. It is a very high pigmented, very, very, very high pigmented. And so I'm going to add this right here so that you can see it. It's very high pigmented. And so a little bit will do you. So I'm going to do this with my airbrush spray foundation, and you'll be able to see how quickly my skin looks amazing, how quickly these circles are gone, and really just the flawless look it gives. We're not going to do eyeshadow. We're going to do lashes. But again, quick polished look. So look how pigmented this is. I'm going to put this right here. And because I have such dark eyes, especially in here, and they're starting to drop, I'm 50 years old. So my brows are dropping, my lids are dropping, everything's dropping. So I'm going to go ahead and use that pigment strategically where I want it to highlight around my eyes where I want it. And I'm just dabbing it. I'm not adding like a stupid amount. But what you're going to see as I've added this, you're going to see how pigmented it is. And so I'm going to take one of my little brushes. You look great for 50. Thank you, Tammy. You're 57. Yes, ma'am. Go, girl. Yes. Here's the thing. I mean, if you can do makeup, there's just little tweaks we do. We gotta be kind to the texture of our skin. That's really what we have to do at the age that we're at. Is we have to take texture into consideration more than the younger girls do. And so we really have to be careful. Now, this is very, very saturated in pigment. And so I'm just going to blend that pigment out because I don't want a lot of heaviness under my eyes. I've already got heavy lids. And if you'll notice, I'm not putting it on my eyes because I'm going to use that natural pigmentation as my eyeshadow. Why not? It's there. You know, why not? Why not use what you got? I don't believe in covering up everything unless you want to, and then remaking the face. For me, it's just too much. I mean, it's great for creativity. If that's what you want to do and be creative, yes, by all means do it. But for me, I'm about, let's make this look good. Let's get it polished. Let's make it easy. Less is more. That's where I'm at today. Just saying, that's where I'm at today. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with our airbrush spray foundation. Now, you guys, we do have a special happening of $10 off of a $60 production, or a $60. Hold on. Sorry, just 1 minute. For some reason, they want to talk to a beauty expert and I need to respond. So there is $10 off of a $60 purchase. So make sure you check that out. That's awesome. But I'm going to use this kit that we have. It's a 3-piece kit. It's 45 bucks. It's awesome. You can try it before you buy it. Ashley said I just got my Luminess airbrush. I'm super excited and have wanted to try it. Yay! I'm so glad you're getting to try it. Yay, yay, yay. Remember, guys, as you try this, if you have any challenges, I'm shaking the brush, y'all. That's how tired I am. I'm shaking the brush. Oh, Tammy, I love that you love it. Make sure you shake it really well, because what you want to make sure that happens is that the primer and the pigment come out, and not the stuff in it that makes it come out, the propellant. So you really want to make sure that happens. Okay, so here's my quick and easy. I'm going to use the primer. If you don't know, here is a easy quick tip. Oh, not the brush. I know. I was shaking the brush. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys are receiving this in and that you love it. So, I have pretty dry skin, so I do 1 to 2 good sprays, and I'm going to add it all the way around. Now, see, I've prepped under my eye, so I'm not gonna put it under my eye. Normally, I would have put it under my eye, but this morning I did not. And I even put this primer on my neck because what you will see is that it just softens that area and hydrates it. And sometimes we forget about it. My mama forgot to tell me to do facial neck treatment, like that's a part of your face. So I did the whole face, but I forgot the neck. And so my age definitely shows in my neck now. It's a thing. So we just combat it however we can and do it. Alrighty, so my primer is on. That right there alone polished it up really, really beautifully. I'm going to take this. Don't shake your brush. There's no need. Yes, I did that this morning. Yes, I did. Okay, this is where most people in application mess up. They do not realize that this is like the food coloring of makeup. It is hypersaturated. It is a lot. Oh, Tammy, you're kind. It is a lot of color. And so there's nothing to dilute it. So if you oversaturate this brush, you're never going to get it to blend out and be the correct color. When I apply this, if I just put a streak on there, it's going to be too light all the way across. And I promise you, it'll either be too yellow, too orange, too light, too dark, too something. So the optimal technique to get the best out of this is 2 short sprays on the brush. This will do half my face. Okay. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take it and blend it all the way around. I'm going to take that pigment, and I probably had a little bit more pigment on the brush than I needed. So I'm going to probably get more than half my face on there. I mean, super simple, super easy, done half the face. Now, the reason we want to do about half the face is because I need that pigment to heat up with my skin. The heat of your skin is what activates that pigment, emulsifies it, and then allows it to expand and do what it does. So I'm going to come back in with another 2 short sprays and do this side of my face. Did you see how white that was until I moved it and blended it? That is what will happen if you either have too much on there or you don't buff it into your skin. You notice I'm using a round buffing motion. That buffing motion moves and blends all at the same time without adding too much. Now that I've dispersed that, I'm going to kind of go under my eyes just to kind of soften and blend that concealer that I put on. And I'm going to let it heat with my skin to see then, do I really want any more coverage? Do I need any more coverage? Do I want to add any more coverage? Okay. So while I'm letting that work its magic and heat up, I'm going to put on some mascara because that's all I'm doing on my eyes today. That's it. We're doing a very simple, very polished, very quick look so that it'll do. Okay, here's a question. When do we use the other side of the brush? Great question. Dual-ended brush. Okay, so brushes are multifaceted. Some people will put the primer on this side and put it all over their face. I do not. I put the primer on this side, blend it in. I put the foundation, the 2 sprays, blend it in. This side I use when I either have really dry places under my eyes, around my nose, in certain areas, and I want to really focus either the primer or the foundation in that area. So if I need extra primer under my eyes because they get crepey or they're dehydrated, I'll spray the primer on here and I'll just pat it underneath there. If I have a pimple, an acne, a cover up, then I will do 1 spray on this side, pat it on that cover. Now, I'm not going to try to blend it because this isn't a great blender. This is a great applicator. I'll pat it on there, let it sit for a couple seconds, pop this brush over, and just lightly blend it out. That's how I use this brush. Now, again, other people use this to put the primer on with. It's not right or wrong. It's what works for you. That's what works for me. That's how I feel this brush works best, in my opinion, as a makeup artist, because it's very taut, very tight, and you can get into those little places up there and it happened. But again, blush brushes are multi-useful, multifaceted, and they can be used in so many different ways. I'm glad you love it, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. So here's the thing. It's already heated up with my skin. Question is do I feel like I need more? Do I feel like I need more coverage? For me personally, this is enough coverage. If you want more coverage, you can absolutely have more coverage. Do the same technique. 2 short sprays, buff it in, all of that good stuff, and it will work. So because this is enough coverage for me, you know what I'm going to do next. If you've been watching around any length of time, what am I going to use next? I use it every day. I told you it goes in my kit. I use it every day. Can anybody tell me what I'm going to do next? Anybody? Y'all know my favorite product, right? Right? Come on, work with me. It's one of my favorites. And I really do like it because I have versatility in light and dark. And I even use these as eyeshadows. I don't just use them as highlighters. I'll use them as an eyeshadow. I'll use them as a highlighter, all of the good stuff. But I really like the contour. And I like the 3 different shades of the contour that it gives, the options of a little bit warmer, a little bit more neutral. And of course, placement is key. I'm putting it on, and if you notice, I'm turning my brush up and tilting it up because I don't want it to come down. I want it to lift that cheekbone for me right in here. And that does that. It lifts that cheekbone, pulls it up. If I wanted to slim my face, I'd flatten this brush out and I'd do it right down that middle. But I don't want to slim it. I want to lighten it. It is called the Cut Palette. It is awesome. And you can tell which one I like the best, right? I've already got a hole in it because that I'm fair. And for me, that works best. But I love this. And while I have it out, I'm going to go ahead and use this little highlight right here and just do it. I said I wasn't going to wear eyeshadow, but I'm just going to pop that up there just to highlight it just a hair. And that's all the eyeshadow I'm doing today. That's it. There's no eyeshadow. This is my natural eye color. There is blessings to having dark eyes, to having that hyperpigmentation on your eye. Because I just don't look like I have any eye. I look like I have eyeshadow on, and I don't. Slapping on a little blush. Slapping on a little blush. And now I'm going to blend it out. So I have you put on the foundation with our amazing brush that comes with the kit, right? And I buffed it. If you'll notice, this is a buffer. Buffer brushes, let me just give you a little lesson on brushes because we're here and I can, and why not, right? Brushes all have a different use. The fluffier the brush, the more it will blend out, or the more it will move foundation around or move eyeshadow around. So like, look, if I'm using this brush for my eyeshadow, that's fluffy. It's gonna spread the color. A tighter brush will place the color where I want it. So this is a eye fluffy brush. So I'll use that for a light color, or I'll use it to blend. This is a buffer brush. It's flatter, though it's at an angle, it's flatter, but it's still fluffy, right? This is denser. It's denser. So this, I put on and buff on my foundation with this. It's a great blender. It puts it in, it moves it, right? This is my last brush that I finish things with. There's nothing on it, but if you'll see, it's flat. And it's not super tight, but it's not as loose as this one is. This one, see how soft that is? It feels so good on the skin. That's how soft that is. This is a little bit, see how it doesn't pull back as much? That's a little bit denser. This is what I'm going to use to just do a final softening blend. Nobody wants to look like they're striped all over their face. They want it to look natural and soft. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do my double chin. Let me put that on there. Just go use the brush. There we go. See? But then you want to blend that down so you don't have a stripe across your face. Nobody wants to look like they're wearing contour. Nobody wants to look like they have a crazy two-toned head. We just want it to look natural and nice, and our focus be right in here. And so that's what that's for, is to just really do that. This is the brush that I blended my concealer with, and so I'm just going to add a little bit there. That is all my coverage on my face I'm going to use. It was super simple. Y'all saw it. I mean, if you're just getting on, y'all missed the whole tutorial, but this is what you do when you want a quick polished look. When you want it to be polished but easy, like we're talking 5-minute makeup or less. It's going to take me longer to put my mascara on than it did to actually put my foundation and my concealer on. That's real life, y'all. That's real life. When you go to bed and you don't really have the energy to get up, or you really just don't want to do makeup that day, but you know you have to show up and be presentable, that's how you do it. So let me go ahead. Thank you guys for the hearts and the likes. If you guys have questions, just ask. I'm going to go ahead and slap on some mascara. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Now for me, the biggest bang for my buck is my mascara. I put on mascara. It looks like I have fake lashes on, or that is my drama point. So even though my face and my skin and all that is natural, my focal point, or my biggest bang for my buck, is my lashes. I do use a serum so I don't wear fake lashes. That's a great option. Maybe it's your lips. Maybe your lips are your biggest bang for your buck. Or maybe you have really beautiful blue eyes or something of that nature. Get there. It's all, you got to find your biggest bang for your buck and go with it. If it's your lips, then you get a really nice, easy breezy, pretty lip color and put that on. You want to maximize your best feature and minimize what you don't love the most. For me, I minimize the eye bags, which is why why that concealer works so well, because it's so highly pigmented. Oh, you are so right. Mascara does so much. Mascara is a great tool. Great tool. For me, it's all about the mascara. And usually, if you wanted to wear false lashes, that's cool. There's options for that. But everybody has one feature that they can maximize, whether it be your eye color, whether it be your lashes, whether it be your lips, brows, something you can maximize and highlight. And that, on the days that you want to go just polished, natural, that's what you want to do. Put the biggest bang for your buck on that item, and on the others, minimize what you consider your biggest flaw. My biggest flaw for me is this neck and my circles under my eyes, my darkness. If it is your skin texture, this foundation is super kind to skin texture. You just kind of got to evaluate what is your best and what you want to highlight and what you want to not highlight. That's what it comes down to. Okay, that is it, guys. How simple and easy was that? I mean, seriously, how simple and easy was that quick look? And I know that everybody is in a hurry. It's nice to have fun when you want to go out, when you have the time, all of that good jazz. But on a day-to-day basis, sometimes we just need quick and easy. And I tell people all the time, as you get a little bit older, my entire theory is less is more and more is less. And let me tell you why I say that. Less makeup, less stuff you can pack on your skin as you get older does more for you. And the more skincare you do, the less makeup you have to use. So less is more. Less makeup does more for you as you get older. But the more skincare you do, the more it does for you. The less you have to use that. So, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. Thank you. So if you need to up your skincare, guys, up your skincare. It's okay. You're gonna pay the price for beauty one way or another. You're gonna pay it with makeup, or you're gonna pay it with skincare. You're gonna pay it through disciplines that you do with your skincare. You just really have to decide what you are doing. So this is a quick polished look. This is your 5-minute makeup. I accentuated the one thing I wanted to accentuate, which was my lashes. I don't have eyeshadow on. You saw that's the natural darkness to my eyes that I have. So, and it looks like eyeshadow because I used the concealer. I decentuated what I feel like was my hardest, biggest flaw, and that was under my eyes, the darkness. And so that contrast, so if you'll look at my lids, that's how dark it was under my eyes. So if y'all were here, you saw that. And so when I put the concealer under there, the high pigmented concealer really just lightened that up to skin tone and gave that dramatic change, even though it's not all that drama. But this is that 5-minute makeup. Less is more, more is less. And when you just need a polished look, it's quick, it's easy, and anybody can do it. So a couple of things. Find products that work for you. For me, this bundle is the best deal ever to be able to do foundation super fast, prep the skin super fast, have a great brush to do it. It's got a beautiful finish. It doesn't settle in my pores. It doesn't settle in my fine lines. If I add too much of that pigment, though, it will. So you got to make sure you do, less. What CC did I use? I ended up using, to prep my skin, I washed it this morning, used a moisturizer. Moisturizers are very personal. You have to decide if you need a moisturizer for dry skin, for combination skin, for oily skin. I always use a water-based moisturizer in the morning. And then, so I did that first thing this morning. That was the only way I was able to wake up. So that was the only way I was able to wake up, honestly. So then right before I put my makeup on, I used the Bulgarian Rose Serum in our skincare line, and then use it. Now, I will use an oil base in the evening after I wash my face, exfoliate, do whatever. After I've taken all my makeup off, I will use a heavier, if I want. You can, depends on if you're prone to breakouts. If you're prone to bacterial or infections of that nature, or if your skin's oily, you don't want to use an oil base. Use an oil-free. I'm very dry, so I will use a heavier oil base in the evenings, but I don't use it in the mornings because I don't want it conflicting with the makeup that I'm going to put on. The mascara I used, it's just a generic brand mascara on this time. Luminess has a mascara, and then they ran out and discontinued because they sold out because it was great. And so now it's coming back into production again. So all of you that loved the mascara, I think it's coming back. I think it's making a comeback. But for me, that was just a generic one that I grabbed. So, I used the concealer Aircraft mascara on this time. That's cool. That's cool, Lori. Good to hear. How do I clean my brushes? Okay. So on my brushes, it depends on professionally, if you're a professional, if you do makeup on other people, you must disinfect your brushes and clean them in between each client. And so for that, I use Cinema Secrets to clean and disinfect in between any and every client. And then I wash my brushes at the end of every session that I work with a client. If it's your personal brushes, you can do a couple of things. So if you'll notice, like Friday, I did that electric blue purple eyeshadow, and you can still see that on here. I will just come in and wipe that off like that onto a wet, damp cloth or paper towel to take that light pigment off. But for me, as long as I am only the one using it, I would say 4 to 6 weeks, I will wash them with Dawn. I will. That's what I wash it with, Dawn. And if it is a little hard, like it's a fluffier one, I'll moisturize it with just a little bit of conditioner. So washing them every 4 to 6 weeks. Now, if you are acne prone, have cystic acne, anything of that nature, you need to do it more often because your skin's producing bacteria. Anything that's bacterial will go into your brushes, and which is also why the Breeze is an amazing foundation. It doesn't touch your face. You don't have to worry about the bacteria. It doesn't transfer onto your brushes. But if you are using brushes and you don't have a challenge with that, then you can get away with 4 to 6 weeks on your personal brushes if no one else is using them. If you have oily skin, if you have acne prone breakout skin, I would do it more often than that. If your skin is really dry, you should be safe because we're not putting a lot on this brush. You're putting the primer to hydrate the skin, and you're also putting on this brush the pigment, which the pigment really is it's just the pigment. There's no emollients in there. There's nothing in there to make it, go dry. There's nothing in it to make it, there's nothing in it to catch the bacteria, to hold on to that, any of that stuff. So you should be good. So that's how often I do my brushes, individually. Okay, that's it. That is that's it. So if you have a question, please, please, please ask. This is a quick 5-minute makeup. Anybody can do it. Bada bing, bada bang. The thing you have to determine ahead of time is, what is my best asset that I am going to accentuate? And what is the one thing I really need to address and conceal that I need to maybe spend a little bit more time in doing? Very quick, very easy, very polished, very pretty. And you can show up anywhere looking professional and put together. So that's all I got for you on that. So I will be doing another demo. I think right now we're going to go start doing some other, we'll be doing color matches. And so we're going to stick on with that. But for all of you that were here for the demo, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. Let me know, comment what kind of demos do you want to see? Like, look, I can only do so much every day. And so I want to really give you what you want. So if you have a certain demo that you want to see, post it, comment, send it to us. Let us know what kind of demo you want to see. Or maybe, we do something a little different. Tell me your thoughts. I'd love to be able to give you exactly what you want.